Hi, everybody. Welcome back to RVAsec 2023. Chuck Carroll, SecurityGuideTV.com. The beautiful Omni Hotel. My next guest, what's your name, sir?
Dennis Mandich.
Name of your company?
Crypt.
It's at Crypt.com?
Crypt.com.
Yeah, and you're a CTO.
I am, and co-founder.
I don't speak to too many CTOs. Oh, and a co-founder.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, see, CTOs, the CISOs are on the cover of the magazine. It's all, hey, you guys do the work.
That's right.
You understand what's going on with the cogs and the things behind the scenes. So I'm really interested in your perspective. It's a different perspective. Now, two things. Let's talk about your company first. What do you guys do?
Sure. We do post-quantum cybersecurity. We secure systems against the attack from quantum computers and other types of threats in the zero trust architecture.
Now, that was science fiction years ago.
It was.
It's science fact now. Not a real percentage, but like, how much of quantum attacks are real now? Is that a big percentage of attacks?
Well, it's a historical issue. We call it harvest now and decrypt later, where our adversaries in large nation states are storing encrypted data with the idea that they'll find a flaw in it and be able to decrypt in the future, or now with quantum computers, by brute force, be able to simply just break it and access it.
Oh, that decryption thing is interesting. So my friend used to work for 10 Downing Street. He was protect Maggie Thatcher back in the day, and he knew the guys in the MI5, MI6. And he said they used to grind their hard drives up, put it in a bag, save it for 50 years. And I go, you can't do anything. You can't reconstruct a hard drive that's shredded. Not yet. 50 years from now, maybe you can. So that's the same kind of idea.
Absolutely.
Very interesting how these guys think. It's brilliant in a way. Evil, but brilliant. Right? Now, you did a lecture today, and what was the topic on that?
Actually, it's tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow. Okay.
It's about the threat that quantum computers pose to all of our cybersecurity and our infrastructure worldwide. The entire internet itself runs on just a handful of algorithms, and those algorithms are what are under attack by quantum computers.
Of course, now we have ChatGPT. That puts a whole new angle on quantum computing. Does it bother you? Is it more troublesome?
A little bit. The AI aspect of it, if it gets much bigger, it becomes general intelligence, then who knows what'll happen.
Yeah.
Any of the algorithms that we're using today, they could actually be broken mathematically, and you won't even need quantum computers for that. That's the kind of thing that I'm worried about with ChatGPT.
You think that could crack pretty good privacy from 20 years ago, because that's a lower end encryption?
Yeah, we don't know any of these algorithms are actually secure. We just hope that they are. They look like mathematically hard problems for classical computers.
Right.
But we don't really know for sure. There's no actual proof of it. And there's that possibility that higher end systems, AI, machine learning, will find mathematical breaks in these systems that don't even require quantum computers.
Oh my gosh. Every time I do a show, Dennis, I go, I feel pretty good about that. Or I go, I got a stomachache. Right now I have a stomachache. So at the end of the lecture, make my stomach not hurt, right?
Try.
That's troublesome.
It is.
I mean, in your position, does that worry you every night? Do you think about this? You must think about it all day saying, oh no.
Well, we look at it from the perspective of national economic security. So much of our IP has already been stolen by corrupting these systems, stealing data, operationalizing, and ultimately monetizing it, that we really believe that a lot of the systems that we're using today need to be sunset, and these more advanced quantum safe and quantum secure solutions will be that durable level of security for the future that will protect our economic security, not just our privacy.
Right. Now, what does Q-Day or Y2Q mean? When's that going to happen?
That's the big topic that we always talk about in this industry. It's an analogy to Y2K 20 years ago. Q-Day is the day when a large enough cryptographically relevant quantum computer will be able to break all of our communications today. Some people put that at 2 years, some people say 5, some say 10 or 20. Yeah,
that's still soon.
It's still soon, and the CEO of Google said within 5 years.
Wow.
I would think they know a lot about quantum computers.
I kind of think so. Yeah. How do we guard against quantum attacks? Is there any methodology to guard against that?
There's absolutely a lot of techniques that companies like myself are developing right now that you can deploy to be absolutely certain that quantum computers and even any other type of computer advancements can never break those systems. They're older systems that have worked for decades inside the U.S. intelligence community and the government. They're expensive. They're difficult to deploy. What Crypt has done is made that economical and useful for enterprise to do on their own infrastructure without a rip and replace.
So quantum computers are problematic enough. They can only spin so fast and they're going to melt. Are we close to the next level, which is what do they call biological hard drives or whatever they're talking about? That next thing that makes it completely indefensible.
Oh yeah, there's all of that's coming. It's just in our space we've seen these things happen before. We call it a step function. It's not a gradual increase like we saw with regular computers.
Okay.
You get more processors, Moore's law. There's lots of ways to make qubits, to make quantum computers. One of them will win out, and that'll jump this industry very quickly. It won't be linear growth. It'll be probably exponential.
So I have this theory. It's a crazy theory, but
right.
go with me on this. Knowledge is power. Knowledge is money. Secret knowledge is worth more money because I'm holding that as leverage against you. It's your secret. And I think this. If I had everybody's social security number, it'd be worthless because everybody has everybody else's. What's the value in it, right? Mm-hmm. Maybe we got to rethink this stuff and say, you know what? Maybe we open source more things, and now we have your open source. If we crack everybody's stuff and everybody has everybody's secrets, they're not secrets anymore. Are they as valuable? I'm just trying to come up with some other way beyond computing because eventually it's always whack-a-mole, And if we come up with a faster quantum computer, they're going to come up with a faster computer. Does that make any sense?
It does. It's just, in my perspective, having worked in the Intel community for a couple of decades, I see what's done with data. I see what it's used for, to figure out who's connected to whom around the world and how that's exploitable. Even if it's not secret data, even if it's not anything that's very private, it's still useful for our adversaries.
Scrape Facebook and find 80% of what you need to know about somebody,
They
right?
do a lot of that, yeah.
Oh, that's not my wife at that place in Aruba. What's going on there, right? I mean, that happens all the time just by accident.
Absolutely.
What's on the horizon? You must be connected to the intelligence community in some way, and you kind of get an inside track. Are we doing a pretty good job in the United States? I kind of feel we are from guys I talk to. We're doing a really good job.
The intelligence community?
Well, in protecting intelligence and working with computer people. I mean, we're all under attack all the time, but I feel like we're on top of it as a government, too. I don't know. I could be wrong.
I think for some of our most sensitive science fiction level technologies, we've secured those really well.
Okay.
They've never come out in public, and I worked on some of them for decades.
Okay, good.
And I'm confident that they're secure. The people who worked on them know what they're doing. It's just everything else. We need to restore privacy. We need to restore some order to the internet. It can't just be for data mining and selling ads.
Right.
That's what it's evolved
Well, that's
to.
what it is, right? Yeah. And
We
now
need to
they're
go
listening
back.
on my phone all the time. I told people that 5 years ago and thought I was cuckoo. And I'm talking to my wife about buying some kind of epoxy flooring for that garage. And 2 days later, there's an epoxy ad. Mm-hmm. That's scary stuff.
Well, the data mining is the most frightening piece of it.
Yeah.
Because it's not people listening into our phone calls. It's machines data mining all this information, assigning you a social score. Are you a good candidate or a higher risk for car insurance? Or some other thing that you did by you bought something at Target.
Right.
Might indicate that you have a problem that you're not sharing with your company that you're working for, applications for college. It could be a million different things that you don't realize.
I'm officially retired and I do this for fun. So I'm this close to being completely unplugged. I'm going to take that phone right in Lake Powell. I'm done. Because I just think eventually it's going to get to a point where it breaks. How we fix it's going to be the new society.
It is.
And
need that.
it might be better.
It will be.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad you're positive.
Definitely
about
will
it.
be.
And it's good talking to fascinating
Awesome. Thank you
conversations.
for hosting me.
Little
Appreciate
scary, but honest.
I hate to be the dark cloud in all these situations.
Well, listen, if you don't speak the truth, you can't fix it. You can't hide it.
There's solutions today. We just need to implement them.
Yeah, excellent. Back in right here, RVAsec 2023.